Okay, let's get warmed up. Here we go. We got our loop bands off to the side. Feet nice and wide. Big inhale. Up for 2 and down for 2. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Tempo. We're going to go up and down. I got my timer on. We're just going to do a very quick warm up. And then we'll start with our loop band. And 4. And 3. And 2. Hold it up, settle it in. Grab onto the wrist, side stretch, back to center. Same direction. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Keep those hips still, please. And 1 more. Over. Switch that side, grab onto that wrist. Pull for 2 and lift for 2. Pull for 2 and lift for 2. Stretch up and over. And 1 more. Up and over. Turn all the way to the side. Place one hand on the floor. You can keep the other hand on your thigh if you would like. And we're going to lower that knee and lift. Down and up. Down. You don't have to have any hand on the floor if that's not good for you. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Take both hands inside that thigh. Give me a nice big stretch for 4. Stay there in 3 and 2. Step back into a plank. Remember which foot you just had forward. Squeeze here those shoulder blades. Squeeze those armpits. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Lower to your knees. You can keep the feet flat or you can raise them. Tricep push-ups. We lower for 2 and press up for 2. We inhale down. We exhale up. Just 2 more. Down for 2 and up for 2. 1 more. Straighten those legs, knees off the mat, pike up for 2, and go to a plank for 2. We pike up for 2, lower to a plank. We inhale up, exhale down, 1 more, and then step that foot that was just forward, back around. Bring that body up, and let's turn to the other side. Nice big lunge here. One hand to the floor, one hand can stay on the thigh. Make sure the front knee is over the ankle. We lower and lift. Down and up. Here's 3, 4, 4 more, and 3 more. 2, and 1. 2 hands inside that thigh. Nice stretch. Try to have that back heel lifted. Front heel is flat. Yep. Now take that leg behind you. Hold that plank for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Lower to your knees. Feet are flat or they're lifted. Tricep push-ups. Here we go. Inhaling down for 2. Exhale up. Forward and down, not just straight down. Elbows shaving off that rib cage. 1 more. Legs straight. Knees off the mat. Pike your seat up on an inhale. Exhale, take it forward. Inhale back. The weight goes off the hands and wrists. And we come back to that plank. And we inhale up. Head right between those arms. Exhale forward. Inhale. And this time on that exhale, step that foot back out. Bring yourself back up. Turn and face me. Clasp those hands. And just little pulses here. Little pulses. Watch your posture. Nice and tall in that spine. Balancing that dinner plate on top of your head. Pulling that navel in and up. We got a lot of stuff going on here. And we go for 8, 7, 6, 5. I want to get some rotation in here. So I'm going to lunge side to side with a little rotation. Just small. Core has to be engaged. Shoulders are down. Don't be afraid to move through that thoracic spine. You got it. For 4 and 3 and 2. Hold it here. Center yourself out. Go a little deeper if you're able. And I'm going to flex these toes. Slightly lean forward and that booty goes back. Can you feel that stretch right here? Lovely. Bring it back up. We'll lunge to the other side. I'll flex those toes. I'll come forward a little bit. My seat goes back. Yes. Back to center, hands on the thighs. We're going to round it up and then arch it down. It's an exhale as we round. Inhale to lower. Scoop the belly. Let it go. Exhale and inhale. Just two more. Exhale and inhale. Exhale. Hold here. Take those hands to the floor. I'm going to press through the heel of my hands, straighten my legs, feel like my spine is more rounded. Bend those knees, soften your elbows, release. And again, exhale to press up, inhale to come down. Exhale to lift, inhale down. Just two more, driving everything straight and releasing. Hold this one here, just go to those fingertips. Let them dangle, pull that belly in to come up, 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 up. Take those hands behind your back, clasp them. Shave off your seat, open up the front of your body. No leaning back. Feel the shoulders opening, the chest opening. Soften those knees. Take an ear to a shoulder, back to center, an ear to a shoulder, back to center, chin goes down, bring it back up, and again, chin goes down, and the chin comes up. Using the muscles of your feet, walk in, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, and grab your band. Warm up is over. All right, I'm going to encourage you guys to grab drinks in between each of these. So we've got this timer going on today, and I want you to try and work for 45 seconds, and you have a 15-second break. The first 5 exercises are lower body with our band. You're going to put that band on and slide it up to your quads. So I'm going to use my newer band today, so I probably won't be able to move as big. I guess I'm not going to cheat today. All right, are we ready? Okay. So we're going to do an alternating squat. Side, step in, and side, step in. Out and in. Now I want you to pick your tempo. You don't have to stay with me. This is the pace I'm going to go. Proud chest. I always like to gaze slightly higher than my eye level to keep my chest proud. You can go slower. You can go faster. You don't even have to use a loop band. How do you like that? But I don't want these knees being not the same, meaning one can't go like this and the other one going forward. Make sure both knees are tracking over your toes. You got it. Maybe you'll hear the timer today. And bring it in. Single leg stuff. Clasp those hands. We're going to settle into it. Don't do it yet. Let me show you. We're going to take this leg out. You can either hold the hands here or here, and you're going to lift and lower. Okay? Hands on the thigh. This thigh is bent. We lift and lower. So your standing leg is going to feel like it's working harder than the moving leg because it's stabilizing you. That's a big job. Make sure that knee is still tracking forward. The belly's got to be pulling in. Use your breath. You choose your pace. But have that leg as straight as you can that's lifting while the other knee is traveling over those toes. You are halfway there, more than halfway there. I shouldn't have said halfway, more than halfway. I scared you. Stay with me. The good news is you're almost done with this leg. We do the other side. One more, one more. Ah, shake it out, shake it out. Any issues? No modification needed? Okay. If balance is an issue, hold on to a chair or a countertop or a couch. Ready? Other leg out. Here we go. Up and down. A lot of muscles are working here on this working side. Everything along this side of my body is working. My glute is working. And this leg is working to stabilize. Don't forget to get your breathing into a pattern. Belly's pulling in. Shoulders and neck are relaxed. Do we like these? Silence in the room. There are people working out with me. Concentrating. Yes, you do need to concentrate or you lose your balance. Just make sure you're not here, right? This is just nice diagonal. Almost there. One more and bring it in. Shake it out. We're going back to the other leg by a different exercise. So I'm going to turn sideways. I'm going to start with my right leg, okay? I'm going to take this leg back, reach the arms out in front. I'm going to lift and lower, lift and lower. And again, if you're balance challenged, grab the back of that chair or a countertop, a couch, hold on to a wall. We don't have a wall out here, but we can grab chairs. Squeeze that booty to lift. Keep your hips in a straight line, and you are making a fist with this butt cheek. You got it. I don't know if I'd call this an easy class today or hard, but I'll ask you in a little bit what you think. Lift. And again, you're going at your own pace, but make sure you're squeezing muscles so they know they're working. Connect those shoulders to your back. Make sure the neck is relaxed. Good. Release. Woo! If you need a scenery change, feel free to turn to the other side. It's up to you. All right, any modifications needed for this one? Okay, other leg is going to be bent. Other leg is back. I reach out for balance. Here we go. Up and down. Lift. 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 From the booty, the belly has to support. Keeping that posture. Keeping that balance. Find that focal point in front of you. Make sure your standing leg should be soft. Yep. No eject buttons. And you know what I mean by that, right? You go flinging out because you want to get it over with. No, we don't. We want to feel that burn. Yes, absolutely. Woo! Now, the good news is we'll be done with this exercise, but not completely. We're going back to the top again. We're only going to repeat this once and release. Good time to take a drink if you need it because we're going back up to the top. We're doing those alternating squats, okay? We start in the center of that mat. Do whatever you want with your arms. I always like to clasp mine, but it's up to you. You got 3 seconds here, and here we go. We step out. Bring it up. And again, you choose how fast you go. Now, we're not just working these outer thighs by pushing into that band. I want those inner thighs working to bring you back in. You got it. Proud chest. This look good. No one needs corrected yet. Make sure equal weight on both legs when you bend those knees. Good. If it gets too hard, ditch the band, right? You could also do these standing in place if you prefer. Maybe slower. Maybe you want to pulse. Make this your workout, but make sure you're working. All ready? Okay, it goes by fast when you're having fun. Okay, this is the single leg up and down. So I'll bend both knees. I'll extend this leg out. Hands go to the quad for support of my spine. I'll be ready. Lift and lower. Woo! And up. And up. Stabilizing with this leg. Squeezing the sides of those abdominals. The obliques help a lot with balance. Reach those toes long. And just gently tap that mat. Gently tap that mat. Yes. Love it. Believe it or not, you are working a leg that's moving. I know you feel you're working this one more. I hear that all the time. Stabilizing, it's got a big job. Yes. Make sure you don't try and lift this leg too high. Don't move yourself around. One more. I know. As soon as you hear that 3, 2, 1, you want to quit on the 3. You can't quit till after the 1. Shake it out. Check in with your body. We settle into that squat again. My hands go to the opposite thigh for support. Take that leg out. Here we go. No cheating. I know you guys would never cheat. Lift. I want to see more from the belly. I should see those navels pulling in and zipping up. You know the drill. Out and in. Out and in. And you can't say it's too hot out here. No. I still see people with sweatshirts on. Oh my goodness. We didn't warm up yet. It's too easy yet. Okay. Work harder. Just barely tap those toes to that mat. Woo! Lifting and lowering. Make sure there's no strain up here, please. Woo! Okay. Facing sideways. Oh, I made them feel bad. They're taking off their sweatshirts. gonna work you harder anyway. Okay, one leg back, reach those arms for balance, and here we go. Lift and tap. Lift, lift, lift. This is the last exercise in this group of 5. Then we'll move on, working some upper body, still standing. Squeeze that booty, pull the belly in, shoulders are melted. Find that focal point for balance. Make sure your standing leg is bent and the knees are tracking in the same direction as your toes. Yeah, make sure you're not on a crack either. Lift and lower. Come on, squeeze. Squeeze. Shh. Shh. Breath helps. Whoop. Almost lost it there. Whew. No back strain, correct? No back strain, no hip strain. Okay. Other knee's going to bend. Other leg goes back. Reach those arms. Remember, I'm not here. Connect. Here we go. I'm driving my standing foot through the floor. I'm making a fist with that butt cheek of the leg. It's lifting behind me. And squeeze. Lift and lowering. Can you feel that core engaged? Nice. Spine is still long. It's just hinged forward from our hips. Squeeze. You got it. If you'd rather do something else with your arms, pick it. No eject buttons. If I say that, I'm seeing it. I want a nice, smooth lift and lower. Same pace, up as down. Woo! One more, because this is it. Okay, slide that band down. Take it off, don't lose your balance. All right, we're gonna do lat pull downs. I'll see what I can do with this newer band. Arms are gonna come up, get a good grip. You can alternate an arm, or you can do 2. You can go to the front or to the back. Gotta move now. That timer went off. So you pick. Maybe you want to do singles for a little bit, but the other arm stays straight. Straight as an arrow. Yeah. So it's like a bow and arrow. Pull. 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 Or you can go to the front. You can go to the rear. Maybe alternate. Play with it. What feels good to you? But squeeze muscles. Don't just go through the motion. Core still in. Arms come down. Take your hands through the band. Nice and flat by your wrists. Okay? Palms are turned in. Now on this one, we're going to be pushing out. We're going to go up for 8 counts and down for 8 counts. Settle it in. Shoulders down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If it's not challenging enough for the lower body, come into it deeper. But we're focusing on the upper body with these sets. Up, 2, 3, 4, and you go your own pace and take it down at your own pace. I'm doing 8s up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel the back of those arms. I feel that muscle that's at the base of my armpit working. I also feel my core working because it's pulling in and up. Don't cheat on me. You got it. Come on, we're almost there. This could be your last one. Nice. And release. Okay, we're going to do some bicep curls. Depending on how tight your band is, we'll see if this works. I'm going to go sideways again. I'm going to turn this way this time. I need a scenery change. Put it under. I'm going to go my right foot. My left leg comes back. Now, you can stay down and curl. I can stay down like this and curl. I can come off and curl. Or I can lunge and bicep curl. Okay, so you can either be down and curling. You can be knee off. You can do a lunge and curl. You pick it. Okay? You pick it. Shh. Shh. Don't forget to breathe. Curl. Now, depending on how tight your band is, you may, if you have a dumbbell, maybe use your dumbbell. Or stay down. It's lower. Towards the end, I'm there. Shh. Yes. And release. Okay, other foot. You only have 15 seconds, and that goes by quick. Does it not? Okay, palm faces forward. You can stay down on that knee. And we can curl here. And we curl. Next option is to take that knee off the mat. Next option, I can do a lunge, come up and curl. I can lunge and curl at the same time. So play with it. Watch your form. Your wrist should be straight. So don't let that band pull those knuckles down to where you're flexing at that wrist, okay? How are we doing? Squeeze it. Come on. Almost there. Yeah. Anybody have a brand new band? It's like, woohoo! Yeah. Bring it up. Okay. We're going to do straight arm behind for the triceps. So I'm going to hold my arms out. My knees are bent. Okay. I press back. Press back. So my palm is facing behind me. I hold the other arm out there, and I'm squeezing that upper arm. And press. And press. Tuck that tail so the back flattens out. Yes. Other arm stays still, so it's not like we're rowing a boat. One arm is still, the other arm presses down. You got it. And press. And press. Squeeze the armpit. Squeeze the back of that arm. All ready? Okay, back to me. Pull downs, lat pull downs. You need a little wrist release. Circle those wrists. Grab water. Okay. Settle it in. Arms are up. Palms are facing each other. I can do a single arm pull down. I can do double to the front, double to the rear. You pick it. But squeeze as you pull down. The other arm stays straight. Watch that wrist again. Watch the wrist. More control of your hand. Every time you pull that band down, your wrist is going like this. So you have to keep the palms turned in. Look up for a second. Not that I want you to do this looking up all the time, but watch what that hand is doing. You cannot let that band pull your hand at all. At all. And press. And press. Good. If it's too easy, by all means, grab another band. Okay. We're going to do the pulsing. So take those hands through that band. I'm still my plie. You choose how low you go. My palms are turned in. Make sure the wrists are straight. Shoulders back. Are we ready? We pulse it up for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up. 1, 2. The thing about bands is that there's no one company or there's no two companies that have the same resistance level. So what one says is hard, it's not that hard, right? And others will say medium, they feel like they're extra hard. So you got to play with this. If something is not working using your band, tie a longer band the way you want it, or grab dumbbells. Make sense? Yep. But don't be miserable. Make sure you feel movement. Arms are straighter. Don't bend those elbows. Woo! Take it down. Finish it, finish it, finish it, finish it, finish it, finish it. Okay. Those bicep curls, those awful bicep curls. Like I said, if you got a loop band super, super strong, these are going to be hard. If you want, that blue one in my bag is a little bit different. If you want. Okay, so I got under my 1 foot. You can start down, and I'm going to curl. You see it? Yeah. I think it's blue. Test it out. See if it's lighter. Oh, yeah. Right. That's still pretty new. Look how yellow it is. And again, you can be off that back knee, holding that lunge. You can hold the arm still. You can do a lunge, up, bicep curl. Play with it. But don't feel strain in the shoulder. Down and up. All right, stand up. Switch the band under the other foot. Yes, you're welcome. I wish I had lighter bands for everybody. All right. Woo! Chest proud. And here we go. We curl. And curl. And press. And press. It's the last time we're doing the bicep one. Oh, time has gone by way too fast. Belly in and up, yes. No matter where you are, that belly has got to control your movement. I'm doing different variations. You pick which one you want to do. Make sure that belly's pulling in. Upper arm should be to your side. Watch your form. Woo! And bring it in. Okay, the tricep one. Whew. Change of scenery. So this is the one where I push back, push back, push back. So my arms start out in front of me, and I pull it back. Pull it down and back, down and back, down and back. Press, press. Feel the back of those arms. So if you had dumbbells, put one in each hand and push back and push back. You can even do two arms. But I want you to squeeze the back of that upper arm. So you gotta squeeze it. Just going through the motion will not work that muscle. Make sure your knees are soft, more stable. Drive it back. Drive it back. All right. We're going down to our mats now. So those were the two series we were standing. Okay. Woo. We're going to come onto a quadruped position quickly. Is it possible? No. We may have to wait that one out. Okay, so here's what we did. I got down here, so we'll let this one play. I put the band behind both of my feet to start. They're behind both of my arches. But now I want you to take the right side and get it up onto the ankle. Okay? So one's on my ankle, one's on my arch. The left side has it on the arch. The right one has it on the ankle. What the move is going to be when we start, we're not starting yet, it's going to be this lift up. So it's my left leg, the one that has the band that has it behind the arch. The other side's holding that still. Make sense? Now, a couple options here before we start. We've got 15 seconds till we start. You can come on your forearms, or you can even roll up the edge of your mat if you have a wrist issue. Okay? Squeeze into those armpits, pull that belly in 3, in 2, here we go. My left leg is going to come up and then down. So this is about the booty. And if the booty is not giving you enough, you're going to get cramps in that hamstring and you're not going to like me. So don't let that happen. Fire that glute. My standing leg, that inner thigh, should be active. It's like I'm not letting it fall out away from my center line. My belly's pulling in. I'm not letting my back arch and round. It's staying still, so I'm not lifting too high. I'm making sure my back is okay with this. You got it. So close to being the beep. Here it comes. Stretch that leg out straight if you need to release that hamstring. And then we're going to switch that. So if the other side was on the ankle, put it on the arch. So now it's my right side has it on the arch. Left side has it on the ankle. My right leg is lifting now. And lift. Make sure the hips are staying in a straight line. Core is engaged. The standing leg, I got hip and knee in a straight line. Glance at that for a second. Make sure it's like that. And I shouldn't be leaning forward like this. See? My hip is not in line with my knee. So walk your hands. I'd walk your knees a little bit more forward since your hands are on the edge of your mat. Come forward with your knees more. There. Now you're in line. I know, aren't I picky? It's like, come on. Let's go. 10 seconds. You guys keep going. I got to fix my sheet. Woo! Okay. Next one. We're going to do clams. So come onto your side and slide that up to the quads. Mirror me, mirror me. We're going to lift up and down. So you want your shoulder over your elbow. Bottom rib cage is lifted. Now another variation to this, I can lift my feet up. My feet can be up. Yep. I can lay down on my side. So if this is hurting my shoulder or my hip, it's too much on my hip, lay all the way on your side. If it's a hip issue that you need more cushioning, put something underneath the hip. Maybe your sweatshirt. Lift and lower. Whether your feet are up or down, but they're staying connected. Yes. Woo. Almost there. Can you feel anything? Everything on the side of the body, including your oblique. And this one. Other side. Thank goodness we have two sides. I think it's a thank goodness. Okay, shoulder over elbow, rib cage, keep it up. If you need to, put that play ball underneath here to remind you to stay off of it. Knees to the top edge, and here we go. I'm pushing my bottom leg down as I lift my top leg up. I'm not flinging it around. I'm controlling. Harder, feet up, but they're still connected. Just my knees are separating. Depending on how tight your band is how far you'll be able to bring that leg. But that's a little too far. So you don't want to come, then your hip went with you. Anchor that bottom leg. Yes. So you can still have your feet lifted, but I still have this one pushing down. Make sense? Are we still friends? Pointing, you. Put that leg down. You. Woo! Okay. Onto your backs. I'm going to press out like a V and come back in. My legs will be up. If this is hard for you, issues with the lower back, put your hands underneath your seat. The movement's going to be out and in. Now don't go crazy. Resist. And I'm also resisting coming in. If you don't need the extra support for your lower back, your arms can go right to the side. They can go up over your chest. But I want you to feel that belly anchoring down so you're imprinting your spine on your mat. Shoulders are down. Resist going out and in. So coming in, I feel my belly working more. Hope you do too. Come on. Out. Resist in. Press out. Resist in. Belly presses in deeper. Make sure you're not wasting your body's time. If this one's too easy, grab a heavier band or grab two bands. Rock yourself up. Slide the band down to the ankles. We're going to get them behind the feet next. Back into that quadruped. All right, so the left foot has it behind the arch, and the right foot keeps it behind the ankle. Here we go. You can be on your forearms. You can roll up your mat for wrist support. And I will let you know if that hip and knee are not in a straight line. Yeah, you're welcome. Now, remember, what muscles are you working here? The primary muscle is what? So you better be squeezing that and feeling that. That's right, your glute. I got to stabilize, though, with the other leg. Every once in a while, I have to glance at it and make sure it's not tilted. And it is possible that you could have your hands too far out and your hips aren't over that knee. Come on. Okay, put it behind or put it against the left ankle and take the right side behind the right foot arch. Left ankle, right arch. Make sure those wrists are okay. You can even hold heavy weights in your hands. That will straighten out and neutralize that wrist as well, by the way. We don't have them with us here. But for those of you at home, if you have heavy weights that are big enough you can fit your hand around the bar of it, that will keep your wrists more neutral. Press up and come in. Press up and come in. This is it. This is the last time we're doing these, so for goodness sakes, get that booty working. Squeezing. Make that fist. Squeeze lemons in those armpits to protect the shoulders. The crown of the head should be long. There's a lot of things here with form. If you don't have a mirror to see what you're doing, you got to really focus on how does it feel? Do I feel strained somewhere? Okay, onto your side, we'll slide that up to the middle of our quads for clams. You'll mirror me where my head is on my mat. Knees towards the top edge, shoulder over elbow. My bottom leg pushes down as my top leg lifts up. And you got to watch, because if you lift this leg too high, it's going to roll the hip with you. Next level, the feet can be up, but I'm still pushing down that bottom leg. If you feel, I know I talk a lot, don't I? If you feel a lot of weight on this shoulder, you're collapsed. Pull this up. Take that free hand, pull it up. Yes. See how much that went up? And it feels better to your shoulder. It does, because we don't have it weighted down. Come on, just 10 seconds. Come on. Let's move. No one's sweating today. I don't know if it's because it's chilly this morning or class is too easy, but make it harder. Switch. Different workout today. Can't wait for next class. Shoulder over elbow, knees to the top edge of the mat, feet are glued together. Make sure that rib cage is lifted. Here we go. Last time we're doing these. Oh. Woo. And press. Our next set of exercises will be for the abs on our mat. Feet can go up at any time you want. They can go back down anytime you want. Now it's okay to look down at your mat, but make sure the top shoulder is not going with you. So now look down. Yes, much better. So you guys don't think I'm watching? Watch that rib cage. Get that free hand, lift it up. Okay, on your backs for those V outs. Remember we said if the lower back has an issue, put your hands underneath your seat. If you can't get the legs straight up over your hips, soften at the knees, but have the knees over your hips. Make sense? So I can have my legs like this. I can be in tabletop pressing out. That's an option. I'm going out from a 90-degree angle. Out. Resist in. So I really feel my belly pulling these legs back in with my inner thighs. And out. I like, if you're doing a breathing pattern, I like the exhale as we come back in. But you do what you want. Just make sure you're breathing. How do you like that advice? Out. Resist. Press out. And if the band is really loose, this will be one of the easier exercises for you. It's quite easy. So you have to create that work. Good. Rock up. Slide down the band again to your ankles. Come into a quadruped position. These are planks. I'm going to also add in toe taps. I slide the band behind both arches. I press out to my plank. I'm going to tap forward, bring it back out. So I have to have my legs wide enough that my band stays tight. In and out. In. You choose how slow, how fast. If you'd rather just hold a plank, that's working your core as well. And in. And come on, you got this. In. 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 Too easy, I know. Make it harder. Drive in from the belly. Bam. When that knee comes forward, that belly's going bam. You only have 4 seconds. Woo! All right. Stretch back, release those wrists. You only have 15 seconds. Back onto your seat. I'm going to take the band off to give that a little bit of a break. I'm going to put the band between my hands again. Reach long into that diagonal. We're going to come down for 2. We're going to come up, press against the band for 2. Lower for 2, chin to chest, up, and press, and down. Exhale up. Now another modification, if you can't come up off the mat like that, I would just bring my head up, press, and then come back down. But I'm tucking my chin to my chest if my head is just lifting. Got it? We come up. And I'm not coming all the way up like this. No, I'm not. It's like teaser prep. Find that lower back. Press out, yeah. And come down. Come on. Up. Okay, stay up. Take the band behind the feet again. This is bicycle, crisscross, however you want to think of it. I'm going to come down, hands behind my head. My legs have to be wide enough to keep that band still. I'm going to push out my left leg, twist to my right, come back to center, push out my right leg, twist to my left. You can put your head down after each rep, or when you come back to center, keep the head and shoulders lifted. So you pick it. Shh. Anchor down, though, your back. So I shouldn't see this. I shouldn't see your back leaving the mat. My back stays heavy. I'm rotating through that thoracic spine. I don't need to teeter-totter my back. Put the bowling ball on your back. Rotate from your torso, guys. Does that make sense? I'm not seeing that correctly done. Your arms should be in a long diagonal. Yes? Yes? Okay. Slide it to your ankles. Okay. We're going to go down, out, together, lift up. Hands under the booty, head up or head down. Watch that again. Down, press out, in, lift up. Down, out, in, up. You have to have your legs far enough apart where the band stays tight. You can have your head down, head up. You can have the hands behind your head if you don't need that support. But let me tell you what, you've been working hard. You may want that support. Try to have the legs as straight as you can. Here's the rhythm. Down, push out, release, come back up. Down, press out, together, back up. 1, 2, 3, lift up. You got it. Down, boom, boom, lift it up, down, press, in, rock yourself up. How'd that go? It went? Slide the band up to your thighs again. Turn the knees out so you have constant tension on your band. We're going to bring it back. I'm going to crunch up, tap my toes. Crunch up, tap my toes. Now you don't have to tap the mat. So if your back arches, if you get this big space, you can't have your feet go down that low. Make sense? Crunch up, test the waters. If you can keep your back heavy when you tap the floor, fine. You can tap the floor. Exhale up. Come on, kids. Knees are turned out, resistance against the band. If you'd rather have your knees in parallel, that works too. So hip issues, if you're like, nah, hug it in. Whew, rock yourself up. Take the band down to your ankles. Quadruped. Slide them behind your arch. Widen your stance. Give me a plank. We tap in. I know, these are quick transitions. I know, no time to even think, but watch your form. Don't get started until you got the form. We still have 38 seconds going. And these ones, I love these ones because I really feel it. I'm driving that knee forward, the belly activating. Can you? Now, some of our bums are too high. Thank you. And in. No arching in that back, so press your back up against the ceiling. Tuck your booty. How we doing? 10 seconds here, last time on this one, so I hope you're working. Come on, drive. Release, flip over. No break yet, you can get a break at the hour. Put it in your, at the hour. Okay, band here. I'm in my diagonal. I'm gonna come down for 2. I come up, press out. Inhale. Nod that chin to find that lower back and push out. Come down, up, forward, press out. Down, lift. In, press. Down, up. Nod that chin. Don't drag your head. Remember the modification. I don't have to come all the way up. Nod the chin, shoulders off, press out on the band, release the band, come back home. Back is heavy, imprint your spine. Yes. Woo. Momentum will not get you stronger. Good. Rock yourself up. Put the band back between the ankles. No, I lied. Behind the feet. Bicycle. Widen that stance. Bring it down. Draw those knees in. Elbows are wide. Push one leg out and twist to the bent leg. Come back center. Twist. Center. Elbows are wide. Curl up higher so your shoulders don't touch the mat. If you're like me, I'm not tapping back down. You can come down. You want that rotation. You want to keep the hips heavy. You want both butt cheeks on the mat. Yes. Aren't these fun? And they're quiet. They're going to tell me they're concentrating. Come on. Woo! Hug it in. Okay. Rock it up. Slide that band up to the quad. This is the lower press out, lift up, come back home. So think of in Pilates, the double straight leg lower lift. Hands can go under your booty, head down or head up. We come down, press, in, return, down, press, in, return. Now you can also do this with it further down. So pick it. Where do you like it to be? I kind of like that a little better. That's probably what I did on the first set. Either one is correct. What do you prefer? If your head is lifted, you got to make sure that your shoulders aren't doing this. So you lower down to 45, press out, resist, come back up. Come down, push against the band, bring it back together, lift up. But really the legs don't come together if your band isn't that tight. Okay. Woo! Slide that band up now, for real. This is the one where the knees turn out. Hands behind the head. We lift up. We tap down only if the back doesn't arch. Maybe you just hover the floor. Keep those knees turned out, or you can have them in parallel. But the band should be tight. You pick it. No space between the mat and your back when you lower those legs. And you can even do a variation where you keep your head lifted. Don't go as low. If your back isn't staying heavy, don't tap down as low. You can tap away from you, but maybe it's only an inch or two to start, right? Right. Come on. And release. Rock yourself up. Take the band off. Everyone still with me? Okay, good. Let go of the band. This is called strength and stretch. So we're going to do a strength first. So I'm going to roll it back. Arms up. My legs are straight. Roll it up to the toes. My next move is going to be a stretch. Try to not have momentum. So it's your roll up, right? Pretty much. Now modification would be not to come all the way up. It would be just take your head and shoulders, squeeze, come back down, right? Right. Inhale to start. Exhale. It may help you if you flex your heels and think of driving your heels longer, especially as you're coming down. As you're coming down, those heels are going out. And we're going to come all the way up and release. Okay, we're going to stretch these hamstrings. We okay? Okay, so I want you to stretch forward. Grab whatever you can. Pull your torso towards your thighs. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Now soften your right knee and just focus on your left hamstring stretching. Make sense? Breathe through the stretches, relax the neck and shoulders, belly still engaged. Now push that right leg down, soften your left knee. So my left back of my leg is not touching that mat. And I'm focusing on pushing down heavier the right side. Yes. You got it. I'm going to press both legs back down again. I'm going to hold it for 10 seconds. Come on, use your hands to pull your torso closer. Get the back of those legs stretching. Good. Strength. Come into a plank. We're going to do some push-ups. You can be on your knees. You can be off your knees. You pick it, okay? You don't have to do the push-ups. Maybe you hold a modified plank just like this and squeeze into those muscles. Here we go, push-ups. Inhale, exhale, up. Then go forward, not just straight down. Your belly button should be staying with the rest of your body, meaning it doesn't stay up while your head goes down. You can do these against a wall. My hands are wide. Your traditional push-up. Inhale, exhale. Down, press, down, press. Come on, you only have 10 seconds. How many more push-ups can you give me in 10 seconds? With the right form, of course. Woo! Stretch it back, release those wrists. Okay, so we're going to go into a pigeon stretch. If that's not cool for you, lie on your back and hug your right knee in. I'm going to lift up and bring my right knee towards 2 o'clock on my mat. The other leg will go straight back. My hips are in a straight line. My right heel is like in the left pocket of the pants. You can come down to your forearms. You can relax your head. But you should not be tilting to one side. And what I was trying to say before is you are more than welcome to lie on your back and hug the right knee in. It will do the same thing for you. Don't forget to breathe and relax those shoulders. Yes. Does this feel good? It sure does. Try to breathe on your own. Inhale nice and deep and exhale. We hardly ever get a chance to hold stretches long. We're always in such a hurry. All right, back onto your hands. Flex your back foot. Get the knee off the mat. Squeeze lemons in the armpits. Slide that leg back. Pike up for a second, like into a down dog. Bring it back forward. Take your left knee towards 10 o'clock on your mat. Thumb angling this way. Hips in a straight line. You can stay with your arms straight. You can come down onto your forearms. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders. Do not tilt to one side. So if you feel more weight on that left knee, you've tilted to your left and vice versa. You want to breathe through the stretch. If this is not cool for your knee, lie on your back and hug your left knee, the outside of that left shoulder. And again, this should not be like, oh my gosh, my shoulders are so tired holding me up. You can take your head down to the mat. You can stack your fists. Excellent. Okay, we're going to come back up, pike up, walk your hands in, pull yourself up, zoop, face me, give me a nice wide stance, clasp those hands, and we're going to do little pulsing plies. So remember, I call this strength and stretch for our last segment. This is our strength. If you prefer to be in a squat position, that's fine, but make sure wherever your toes are, your knees are. And there's no buckling forward. Out. If you're like me, my toes are this way, my knees need to go this way. Coming up and pressing through my heels, I can feel my inner thighs engaged. Lovely. You got it. Just 10 more little seconds here. Make sure you're moving, driving through your heels. Core is still working to support your spine, so suck that belly in. And now we're going to go into our stretch. You're going to take this leg and stretch to the side. You can bend this knee as much as you would like. I'm going to flex my foot again, just like we did in the warm-up, and hold this inner thigh stretch. I'm going to go half this side and then half the other. You should not feel strain to your back. My hands are here supporting my spine. Just feel that nice, long stretch. Come as deep as you want. You can even have your hands come down and sit on that calf. That's another way to do this stretch. Other side. So I'll shift my hands to the other side. This leg is trying to get longer. Flex the foot. You don't have to. I like to. And I'm not resting my torso on my quad. I still have a proud chest. And I want this leg longer. Bring it back in and round yourself up. Walk it in, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Okay, so I'm going to take this knee, I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to clasp my hands because that's what I like to do. And I'm going to kick it out and bring it in. Out and in. Out and in. Press. Now, as I'm pressing out, I want the belly to pull in. I got my foot flexed. Yep. And if you need some balance, hold on to a chair if you're outside, a wall if you're inside. But don't go too fast. Don't go too fast. I want you to feel the quad flexing. Yes. Woo! How is this going? It's going. 10 seconds. Good. 4 more. And take that foot behind and bring this arm up. So we're only going to hold this one during the rest. We're still balancing. And again, if you need to hold on to something, hold on to it. Like, what do I hold on to? Oh, let me find something. Other side. Balance. This leg has to be locked, wrapped. Woo. So if you don't have your balance yet, don't try and kick out, right? Find it. Flex. Press out. Your core is so important here for balance. Your glutes, shoulders are down. We are wrapping that leg. You're taking that inner thigh or wrapping it around to the back, which means your glutes are wrapping too. Find a focal point. 10 seconds. Woo. Yes. Flex that foot. Flex it. Bring it behind. Opposite arm come up for balance. Zip up. If you start to slouch down that hip, things aren't going to go well. So think of that spine zipping up, zipping up, zipping up, zipping up. Thigh parallel to thigh. Beautifully done. Come back down. Take your hands on your quads. We're going to arch the back like we did in our warm-up. And we're going to round. And we're going to bring those shoulders up and around. Up and around. Hands to the thighs. We're going to arch coming down. We're going to round coming up. Let's go back up and around. Back up and around. Straighten those legs. Round the spine. Take the hands as flat as you can. Head stays heavy. Now just take the left arm and we're going to bring it up and you're going to follow it. Take that hand down. The other arm will come up. Just go to your fingertips. Squeeze that belly in deeper. Start to peel yourself up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Give me a nice big inhale up. And we exhale down. You've made it. Okay. Good job.